dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. There are many challenges to farming along the mountainsides here in Eastern Kentucky. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox talked with a Letcher County family who's plowed through many circumstances to help feed their community.
It is a family affair in the little town of Jeremiah. They call it Rocket Farm. Rocket logos and a cat named Rocket are spread around the property along with their crops. For decades, however, it has been the breeding family home.
It means everything to us. I mean, we have sentimental value, like you said, and it also, one thing that we do is we grow and we harvest vegetables and fruits that our own family use and eat throughout the seasons and everything.
The community gets a part of the harvest too.
We provide our produce to County Community Center for their meal programs, and we provide our produce as well to Kane Kitchen.
Their progress came to a screeching halt on July 28th. Floodwater ripped through their crops and the soil it was growing in.
We figure if we won't eat it, we ain't going to send it out to the community for anybody else to eat. So we take a lot of pride in it. And when the floodwaters receded, it just broke your heart because we'd put so much work, and we take a lot of pride in our little farm.
The next few months were spent taking soil samples and reshaping their landscape.
We've turned and tilled the soil, and we've put manure and stuff on the soil, or compost. But we're still not 100%.
Yeah.
Thankfully, their berries and the high tunnel were just washed by water running off the mountain, so that area was salvageable. Even if they lost it all, however, Timothy and Mike were going to continue doing what they love.
Right. So as long as we're alive, or me or him, one's alive, we're going to try to grow and produce.
Yeah.
Because we love the vegetables and everything too. So
even a historic flood could not stand a chance against family history. And Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
The family also sells their produce at farmers markets in the area, as well as taking individual requests. The search for one Breathitt County woman is still ongoing after she went missing following last year's historic flood. But today, her loved ones are gathering to celebrate her upcoming birthday. Vanessa Baker of Breathitt County was legally declared dead earlier this year, and she would have been turning 61 tomorrow. In celebration of her birthday, her friends and family gathered at the River Caney ball field to release 61 balloons in her honor.
Family's family regardless of what's going on and what's happening. And this right here shows you that we're all family. This whole creek or community is family. So when one hurts, we all hurt.
Baker's family says they're continuing to search for her, but are seeking more help in their efforts. We'll have more on Vanessa Baker's birthday balloon release tonight at 11. Police in Mingo County are investigating a hit and run involving a school bus. Mingo County Superintendent Johnny Branch says one of their bus drivers was leaving their home heading in to do their afternoon run when another vehicle slid into the bus. Thankfully, no students were on board at the time of the crash. James Bisden, a member of the Mingo County Board of Education, lives just a few miles from the site of the crash and says it's unusual for something like this to happen.
You can't see around some of these curves and you'll pop right up on a bus. So when buses are out, it's very important for people to be very cautious.
Branch says it's incredibly important for all drivers to be safe around school buses to assure the safety of both students and the drivers. The Mingo County Sheriff's Facebook page says the driver of the car that allegedly struck the bus may be a 2012 Buick Regal. The Mingo County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information to contact them or state police. With the rising cost of eggs, a Tazewell man is encouraging others to take up chicken farming. Aaron Roberts started raising chickens 15 years ago. Now he's laid out some tips for those wanting to get started. For a small family wanting fresh eggs, he recommends starting with 5 chickens. He says it doesn't take a lot to raise them, which makes them great for beginners.
The beauty of it is you don't need a lot of room. Anybody can raise them, and it works great for your backyard. They don't require a lot of room, and they require very little feed. Most of us can feed them on our kitchen scraps. Yeah. Honestly, they're the easiest animal we have to raise.
Robert adds the biggest challenges to raising chickens is trying to outfox the wild animals with the taste for poultry, such as skunks, raccoons, foxes, hawks, and more. He recommends buying or building a secure enclosure, which he says is often enough to keep them safe from the foul predators.
Well, it was a soggy Sunday for some people across the mountains, but thankfully our weather system is starting to move off to the south and east. Here's a live look right now over at UVA Wise, looking at some raindrops on the camera lens there. Current temperature just above freezing, 34 degrees right now over in Wise. And check this out, over at Buffalo Mountain, a beautiful sunset this evening. Current temperature 41 degrees as rain and clouds start to move out of the region this evening. Temperatures kind of all over the board, upper 30s in Pikeville, upper 30s also in Clintwood, lower 50s though for Irvin and Somerset. You can tell where the rain has fallen today over our southeastern counties. They are a little bit cooler this evening. Up on satellite and radar, the rain we had earlier today now off to the south and east, and the clouds continue to follow that as well, and they will also move off to the south and east as we go into this evening. If you have any plans tonight, the forecast looks quiet. We stay dry under a clearing sky. It will be chilly though as you wake up on Monday. Temperatures near freezing in the middle to lower 30s, but a beautiful day is on tap on Monday. But we're also tracking the potential for some stronger storms by Thursday. All that and more coming up in just a little bit. Keaton.
Thank you, Cameron. Kentucky native Chris Stapleton is expected to sing the national anthem tonight at the Super Bowl. Kentucky tourism officials say his performance tonight marks the first time a solo artist from the Commonwealth has performed our nation's song at the Super Bowl. If you want to learn more about Stapleton and other Kentucky musical greats, Kentucky tourism officials invite you to US 23 Country Music Highway Museum. Big game started just a little bit ago at 6:30. Local police are asking people to stay off the roads if they're drinking this Super Bowl Sunday. Samantha Valentino caught up with Lexington police officials to get some tips on how you can stay safe as you start to cheer on your team.
You talk different, you act different. Sometimes you're a totally different person than you are when you're sober.
Alcohol can affect your body and your mind in many ways.
When you have that type of altering substance inside your body, it puts you in a place to where you risk taking your own life as well as you risk the other people that are out on the highway.
Super Bowl celebrations often involve alcohol, and Sergeant Brandon Moravchik with the Lexington Police Department says they'll have officers out on the roads this Super Bowl Sunday. He says if you're planning to drink, you should also plan on getting a ride home.
Any of your ride shares, such as your Ubers, your Lyfts, taxis, anything that can get you to and from safely.
Sergeant Moravchik says even if you make the right choice and drive sober, you should always be careful on the roads.
We always ask everybody to be smart, stay slow, follow the speed limits, allow safe stopping distance between those cars. Always be alert. Allow yourself that extra second or that extra couple minutes to get to your location to be safe and enjoy and celebrate the Super Bowl just like everybody else.
In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Coming up at 6, another flying foreign object brought down on Sunday as the U.S. remains on high alert.
Plus, we start to dry out and clear out into tonight and warm up into your next work week. All those details coming up next.